Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today I'm very excited to go over my Vortex Razor. This is the 1 in 6 Gen 2 with the JM-1 BDC reticle, which is Jerry Michulich. If I said, I probably said his name wrong. I always do. And so yeah, let's go ahead and have a look at this. Now, I've had this for a couple of years, I don't know why I haven't reviewed it until now, but straight off the bat, this is my favorite LPVO optic that I have reviewed, that I've owned and played with, etc. This is my absolute favorite. When you buy it, you'll get a nice little box like this, nice and shiny inside. Ooh, pretty. And then, it just comes with a typical. See, there's Jerry there. Hey, Jerry. Because obviously the reticle is designed for him, or how he designed it, or whatever. Love the reticle. It comes with some information, lens cloth, Allen key, and that's really about it. So, but as I say, yeah, I did get this one, the JM one. It does come in an MOA version of the reticle and an MRAD also. But let's go and take a little glimpse at this beauty. We'll just take a second to appreciate how awesome it is. On the mount I have on here is a Geisley Super Precision mount, which I freaking love and highly recommend. Just before we jump into the review of this, I got this, and I've got these little marks here, just water. I had out in the snow doing the review. But I got this when Geisley did a sale on blems, and I got this for half price. I think they're normally like $320, and I got it for like $160 or something like that. And honestly, it took me forever to find the blem, and there's a tiny little scratch right there. That was the blem. So if you want to save yourself a lot of money, I highly recommend just going with a blem from Geisley. But anyway, I digress. So let's go back to the optic here. As I say, I absolutely love this optic. So let's start back here. This is obviously the diopter for for your kind of fine tuning the picture, the clarity. All right, it's got a 4-inch eye relief. So you're going to want to maybe get a mount with a slight offset, because you're going to be pretty far back on your rifle. You might want to be a little closer. So you might want to put an offset on, an offset mount on there. The glass is super clear, as you'd expect for this price point. It's one of the clearest glasses on the market for sure. It's very nice, and it's multi-coated. I actually got the name of it exact glass. It's XR Plus Full Multi-Coat, it's called. And it has another coat on it, so it's multi-coated. The lens are obviously multi-coated, but there's another protectant on here that stops it from getting scratched. And so far, so good. I mean, I've owned this for a couple of years, and I don't think I haven't seen any scratches on it, so it's holding up really, really well. And I don't keep this protected. I just don't put caps on my LPVOs. I just never have. So yeah, it's been great so far. Moving forward, now with for zooming in, it's really, really stiff. Okay, you're going to want to put a throw lever on there. Even with the throw lever, I mean, I got to put some effort into this. It's one of the only small downsides about this. I mean, the more it goes, the more I play with it, it's going to loosen up a little more. But be aware that is pretty stiff. You're going to want to put on a throw lever to adjust that. Moving forward, we have the cap turrets. I'm a huge fan of cap turrets. I think it's the way to go. I don't like when my turrets are exposed. Personally, you might like that. It's up to you. And they're very audible. Let me put this up here so you guys can hear my mic. Very tactile and audible. So, yep, they're very, very nice. They're sealed with an O-ring down here to keep this waterproof. And that's either O-rings on here, and in the battery compartment too. There's another O-ring in there. So these are one click at half MOA, so half an inch at 100 yards. With the bin O-rings and it's sealed, the waterproof is 66 feet for 2 hours. So you can take this swimming for you if you wish, for a little bit. No problem at all. Moving forward here, you can see, maybe you should be able to see here, it's just marked here, Vortex Razor, HD. Now the HD actually stands for the glass. It's a type of glass that's used, the HD glass. So there you go. Moving across to the other side, this is your illumination knobs here. move this over the side. Hopefully you guys can see this. There's a little dot here to indicate, you know, where you are. And so to change this, it's locked right now. And then you pull it out, and then you can change settings. In between each setting is an off position, so it's super nice. So if you like it on setting 8, just put it, you know, in between 7 and 8, or 8 and 9, whatever. Close it and lock it, that'll switch it off. You want to put it back on, just pull it out, put it number 8, close it, and lock it. Now the ring here is super aggressive. It's really nice to get a good grip of this. Your hand's not going to slip off of this bad boy. So it's super nice. Brightness levels, it has 11 of them. It is absolutely daylight bright, or as some people like to say, aimpoint bright. For sure, it does not wash out. It is absolutely daylight bright for sure. Runs on a CR2032 battery. Runtime is kind of typical for an LPVO. You're looking about 200 hours depending on the setting you have it on. So bear that in mind. If you leave the range, or if you're out shooting and you forget to switch it off, next time you go shooting, your battery will be dead. So the field of view for this is 20 feet, or 20.5 feet at 100 yards. So it's a pretty good window to see. And at 1x, it's both eyes open. It's probably true as a 1x as you can get, I would say. And it can be easily used as a red dot type, because as I say, that the dot is definitely bright enough. It'll definitely attract your eye for sure. So you could definitely use this as almost like a red dot for sure. All right, so also the length of this is 10.1 inches. So it is kind of a long scope, and it does weigh, it's a little heavy. Now, full disclosure, this is the non-E version. So I bought this 2 years ago, but about 2 years ago, when the E version came out, and they were trying to sell the non-E versions, and kind of get rid of the stock. So I bought this for about $900. It was an absolutely fantastic buy, because with the E version, the only real difference is, and it's fine, which is nice, it's a weight reduction, and there was something to do with the turrets. I believe that they used brass in the non-E's, and then he switched out and used aluminum to lighten up. So you're going to see about 4 ounces with the E version compared to the non. However, that is the only difference in these optics. And I forgot to mention here, you can use an Allen key to take this off and set 0 on these if you want to. I personally, I don't do that, especially with this type of reticle and stuff. I just kind of, yeah, it's not for me. Okay, so the weight reduction. So this one is about 24 ounces without the mount. So let's go ahead and weigh this and see. Now it does have the Geisley mount and throw lever on here. As I say, the optic actually weighs 24 ounces and just a little bit. Oh, we're on grams. We want to change. It comes in at 2 pounds exactly. Yep, 2 pounds exactly. So it's a bit of a heavy pig, but I think it's worth it. Sometimes you'll get an optic, the weight sometimes doesn't have that payoff, but this so far, this has held up great. It's been super, it's been really good. I believe it to be super rugged, and with an awesome reticle, it's daylight bright, super nice glass. There's so many pros to this that it offsets the weight for me, and that's why I still have it on my rifle. Very, very happy. This is made in Japan. I know that is important to some people to know where it is made. So this is made in Japan. I personally don't care. I think they've made a fantastic optic. So moving on, what else we got to cover here, guys? The VIP warranty. If you've never bought an optic from Vortex, or if you're not aware of their VIP warranty, it comes on all their products. It is legit. If you have any issues ever with their products, send them in. They will either fix it or replace it at no cost. They have been phenomenal. I had a previous optic. There was something wrong with it. I sent it in. It wasn't the razor. It was something else. And they fixed it, sent it back. It was really quick turnaround. I've heard nothing but great things about their VIP warranty, and it's a lifetime warranty. And that was another reason why I went with a non-E version, because I was like, man, if this thing ever breaks, they're going to send me an E version anyway, because these non-E versions won't be available. So, I'll save myself $500, and if it never happens, I'll get the more expensive model anyway. So, yeah. Okay, some complaints. Some minor cons. I kind of touch base with you. I think to change it it's really stiff. it would be nice if it was a little slacker. It is very, very tough. The color, I'm not a super fan of. Now, when you look online, it's going to seem a little brighter than it is here. So when I got it, I was like, man, this thing is going to be ugly. It's definitely darker than the images show online. And it's okay. I'd prefer it to be black, personally. But I think it's dark enough that it's not so much of a big deal. But I would have definitely preferred the option for it to be in black. Other cons, probably the price point. Now, it's not a con as you're not getting your money's worth. You absolutely are. I think this is kind of like, and some other YouTubers said, this is the gold standard, especially at this price point. You're not going to find a better optic at this price point. But it's an expensive price point. And I mean, when I say it's a con, you're looking at these are going to be about $1,400, excluding mount and throw lever. So they're definitely up there. Do I think they're worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. As I say, if you've seen my other reviews, I've been through Trigicons and everything else, LPVOs, different versions and whatever. And this one is still standing. This one's still on my rifle. I absolutely love it. I have absolutely no qualms about recommending this for sure. So, but yeah, just be aware. You're kind of paying for it. It's that buy once, cry once, right? And you're definitely going to cry when you pay $1,400 for an optic, but it's worth it. If you have any questions, comments, please ask them below. I'm always happy to help out if I can. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do so. I'm at Prepper Junkie. I'll put the down there. And then, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help me out, and I really appreciate it. And link in the description for the optic also, and the mount and the throw lever. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.